Bonjour tout le monde. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As yesterday was Nakba Day. Nakba means catastrophe in Arabic. And Nakba Day is to commemorate the almost 1 million Palestinians that were displaced or murdered when the UN decided to hand over the Zionists their own regime on May 14th, 1948.
The shots and tear gas didn't stop thousands of Palestinians marching through the streets of Bethlehem. Their defiance provoked clashes with Israeli security forces who used live rounds of ammunition to try and stop the demonstrations.
We are the ones who feel what it means. We are the ones who had to flee. We are the ones who left our homes and land.
During this day, we remember our parents, our grandparents. This is the least we can do to commemorate Nakba.
Protesters carried symbolic keys representing houses from which their ancestors fled 69 years ago. The war in 1948 left more than 5 million Palestinians stateless, scattered in refugee camps across the world.
Nakba reminds us that our rights will not be forgotten and must be recovered. A fact of its name, Nakba, the catastrophe, the great disaster.
You know, that was when they decided to hand over half of Palestine to 10% of the total population. And unfortunately, 69 years later, the ethnic cleansing and the Israeli expansion is still going on. Even their tactics haven't really changed that much. As they try to make life as unbearable as they possibly can for the Palestinians, and even pay their harassers fairly well for it. But despite verbal lashes, beatings, vandalism, blatant differences in judicial punishment, even segregation laws, some Palestinians remain. But of course, this is unacceptable for the Zionist regime, who wish nothing more than expansion and have no problems paying for it. As their own policy has always been, Palestinians are nothing but squatters on Jewish land. Which I find extremely comical, by the way. As just over a century ago, the Palestine area was simply considered a place where Jews had some history, to now claiming it's Jewish land, aka Zionism.
We are voting tonight for the connection between the Jewish people and its land. This whole land is ours, all of it.
Israeli settlements are illegal under international law. Despite that, 500,000 Jewish settlers live in the West Bank and another 100,000 in occupied East Jerusalem.
So Israel's in the process right now of handing out eviction notices to Palestinians living in Silwan. And thanks to BT Salam, I'd like to introduce you to Zahir Rajabi, a person who will not comply to this lunacy.
الشباب الله يسعدهم. هلا كيف حالك؟ زهير الرجبي من سلوان، مسؤول لجنة بطن الهواء. وبطن الهواء موجود بوسط سلوان، اللي بيطل على البستان، بيطل على المسجد الأقصى، بيطل على الطوري، بيطل على عين اللوزة، بيطل على وادي حلوة، وكموقع وسطي في داخل سلوان. المستوطنين عتيرة كوهانيم من خلال المحكمة اللي انه تدعي اللي انه في إلها 5 دنم و200 متر، اعطونا اوامر اخلى للبيوت هاي. هون كذلك هدول البيوت عائلة دويك، بيوتنا مهددين معهم اوامر اخلى لانهم يخلوهم، فمحاكم ما زالت جارية. في عليه هجمة كبيرة من خلال المستوطنين وعتيرة كوهانيم لأنهم يستولوا على جزء كبير من بطن الهواء، إن كان بالاستيلاء من خلال الأراضي والادعاءات اللي إنه هذه تعود لملكيتهم لإلها، والضغط على أناس بطرق أو بأخرى اللي إنه ياخذوا هذه البيوت منهم. بيعتدوا على أطفالهم، بدهم أولادنا يتضبضبوا في الدور عشان يروحوا ويجوا بالشوارع بدون ما حدا يعترضهم، اللي انه احنا لازم نكون في بيوتنا زي ما بقولوها معصار بايت، او بالضبط زي ما هو منع تجول عشان هم يتحركوا. بيتي انا 4 اولاد الي، وانا وزوجتي 6. احنا صحيح تقدم اختار لنا لانه نخلي البيت هذا. طبعا احنا هم بيقدروا يحكوا ويدعوا اللي بدهم اياه، واحنا كمان في معانا اوراق اللي انه اشترينا من مواطن عربي بسنة 1966. شوفي انا حكيتها سابقا وما زلت بحكيها، انا بني ادم بكل بساطة بحكيها. انا انولدت في هذا البيت وراح اعيش في هذا البيت واموت في هذا البيت واعيش اولادي يكملوا حياتهم في هذا البيت.
Unfortunately, Israelis walking in a Palestinian home and claiming it is nothing new, and probably won't stop unless they get ridiculed and exposed for it.
Who are these people? Who do we complain to? Said 2 members of the family. Another argued the settlers had no right to be there.
They stole the house, they knocked down the door, entered the house, threw the furniture out, closed the door, and the government comes and protects them.
لا اطلع برا انت كمان، اطلع برا، اطلع برا، اطلع برا، برا برا، اطلع انت كمان، اطلع برا انت كمان، اطلع برا، يخرب بيتك حيوان، اطلع برا، ولك انت اوعي الدرجة، اوعي يما، اوعي الدرجة، اوعي توقعي، اوعي توقعي، ولكن انتوا بلد ابوكم هيك، اطلع برا، اطلع برا، اطلع برا. اطلع برا امشي امشي برا.
ليش توقعي؟
لا طولي بالك اوعي ان شاء الله.
طولي بالك طولي بالك.
شو اطول بالي شو اطول بالي؟ احسنت.
ليش توقعي؟ ليش توقعي؟
اطلع برا. ما بتدخل الا على التربه. يلا اطلع برا وانت كمان.
ليش توقعي يا ميسة؟
مسكها. الله يخرب بيتك حيوان.
النبي سليم الله طب كان سنة سليم خلص ابن خلص خلص مالها؟
قاعدة في الدار الكلبة كلبة.
And no, I'm not saying every Israeli is a radical Zionist extremist.
The Jewish settler who claims ownership of the land believes the Palestinians should leave the country as well as the property.
Go to Syria, Iraq, Jordan. What do you want from us? We are 6 million, you are plenty billions. Go, you have Egypt, Syria, Jordan, everything. What do you want from us? Just war and fighting. God brought this land for the Jews only.
As a brief scuffle broke out, a group of Orthodox Jews watched from a nearby rooftop they took over in early August. Members of the Palestinian Al-Ghawi family were also watching. They have been living on the pavement next to their former home for 3 months to protest about their eviction.
So for this year's Nakba Day, I'd like to send my best wishes and best regards to Mr. Arajabi and his family.
شوفي أنا حكيتها سابقا وما زلت بحكيها. أنا بني آدم بكل بساطة بحكيها. أنا انولدت في هذا البيت وراح أعيش في هذا البيت وأموت في هذا البيت وأعيش أولادي يكملوا حياتهم في هذا البيت.
All right. Come on.